Hey, it's Angry Weeb, and I'm back. Please hit that subscribe and like button if you like my topics. And today we're going to be discussing which verse is larger, or which cosmology is larger. Dragon Ball or Bleach? When I get comments like these, I can't help but laugh. Because most people who love Dragon Ball, who are Goku fans, have to, and these are a lot of Goku tards and other amateur power scarers, have to basically descale other characters' mythos or cosmology just to raise Goku higher. And only an amateur power scarer has to do this. And comments like these are just not true. You know, when you talk about the Bleach verse or a dimension of Bleach that you have no information or no canonical backing on, and you say that it's not universal in size, I have to laugh. I mean, who can help but laugh? Because clearly you don't understand anything about scaling. The Bleach verse is beyond universal. The Bleach cosmology is a superverse. A superverse is a universe that has multiple dimensions but only one timeline. The Dragon Ball verse is a multiverse due to the fact it has different timelines or time continuums. Both are larger than a universe. So let's analyze these two verses and narrow down which verse is larger, or which cosmology is larger. First, we'll talk about this comment. Hell is much larger than the universe. Hell predates the human world, Soul Society, and Hueco Mundo. The Soul King split the original world. The Bleach verse was all one world originally. The Soul King split the world into three: Hueco Mundo, Soul Society, and the human world. The Bleach verse used to be all one world, and it is my belief, and just a hypothesis and a guess, that Hell was starting to take over the entire superverse, but was thwarted by the Soul King. What we know for sure, though, is that the human world was created to seal off Hell. So let's think about this for a second. The human world, Ichigo's world, which has planets, space, galaxies, the entire planet, all the countries, is clearly universal in size. Yet it is stated within the Bleach light novels as the human world being the seal to Hell. So if the human world, which is universal in size, is the seal to Hell, there is no fucking way Hell is not universal. Exactly. See, that is what I'm talking about. Goku tards using and saying things that are not true. That is not true. Hell is beyond universal. Understand that the human world is undeniably universal in size. So if the human world is the seal to Hell, Hell is universal in size and probably has the ability to swallow worlds and grow larger than the universe. This is why the Soul King used the human world to seal Hell. Hell was in danger of absorbing or taking over the superverse. Even if you disagree with my theory that Hell is larger than a universe, you can't deny that the human world is the seal of Hell. How can Hell be smaller than the human world if the human world is the seal? Yeah, it makes no sense. Hell is even larger than a normal universe. Encompassing Hell and the rest of the 8 worlds within the Bleach verse is Gargantua. Not to mention a few of the pocket dimensions such as Yukio's Fullbring and a few other characters who are able to utilize pocket dimensions within the Bleach world. I'm not even adding them. So essentially we're talking about 9 worlds that reside in Gargantua. Gargantua is the true world of void. Gargantua is a world that inhabits in between all of the other worlds, and as you can see, it's in between all the other worlds, and you needed to pass Gargantua to get in between the different worlds and dimensions of Bleach. Now let's jet over to Dragon Ball verse and check that out. When we analyze Universe 7, the first thing I know is there's a lot of pocket dimensions. For example, the demon realm is at the bottom of the universe. Now, I know there is no canonical backing that says the demon realm is universal in size. Many Goku tars are going to tell you all of these pocket dimensions within the Bleach verse are universal in size. They are not. They are not. And if it was, the demon realm would be as large as Universe 7 in the observable universe. And it's not. The demon realm will be a threat to the Dragon Ball cosmology or the Dragon Ball verse. And when I say a threat, I mean a larger threat than what it is. The demon realm has only been truly referenced in the Dragon Ball cosmology or verse when Goku fought Shura, a powerful demon, and when Gohan fought Dabura, the king of the demon world, within Dragon Ball Z. One was in Dragon Ball. Shura is from Dragon Ball. The other is in Dragon Ball Z. The Chaos Shrimp realm has never been expressed in the data books as being universal in size either. It has always been described as observing the observable universe, and it's always been described as being located outside of the observable universe. Even when you look at this world or the dimensions, you quickly notice the planet, the house, the schematics are nowhere near the size of the actual observable universe of Universe 7. So these dimensions are what I call pocket dimensions. All of these pocket dimensions are not universal in size. These are observable. These are dimensions and worlds placed within Universe 7. Even when you look at this world or dimension, the Kyle realm, Emma realm, and Hell are all pocket dimensions, as all are capable of existing within the observable universe of Universe 7. None of those dimensions, the Emma realm, Hell, the Kale realm, none of those dimensions are universal in size. And nothing in the canon data books of Dragon Ball states that they're universe in size. And now that we have broken down the schematics of the Dragon Ball universe, we have to understand that there are 11 other universes based on the same schematics as Universe 7. That totals 12 dimensions, that totals 12 worlds, or 12 universes. They're universe in size. The Bleach verse on the surface seems smaller, but one has to ask, how large is Gargantua truly? Gargantua is capable of containing a multiverse. Nothing is concrete on any of these dimensions, but what is for sure is the fact that these dimensions are worlds outside of the observable universe within the Dragon Ball cosmology, proving further those worlds are not universal in size. You know, to amateur power scalers, a lot of times because a character is not blowing up a planet or shaking the universe, there's no way a cosmology can be scaled to universal and beyond. This way of thinking is why many amateur power scalers have no clue on how to scale, because a lot of times they are getting biased within their favorite characters, and Goku has always received biased when scaling. I rarely see objective scalers when it comes to Goku. I get a lot of comments. They're very biased. They're not taking into fact the other cosmologies of other verses, and they're only including the feats that Goku was able to accomplish while fighting someone else, and someone else's own power has been added to the feat. I don't understand why the Bleach verse is lowballed so bad. Because Dragon Ball is the staple manga and anime for power scalers, it is obviously many scalers' favorite verse. But veteran scalers always have to keep in mind the limit of other verses and where they stand relevant to the Dragon Ball verse. In terms of how each verse and cosmology interacts with the MC, it is clear that Ichigo does not have the access Goku has to his verse. This is partly due to Goku's technique, instant transmission. Instant transmission is how Goku transverses his universe. It's how he travels. Instant transmission is a technique taught to Goku on the planet Yarjak. The technique allows for meters to light years instant travel throughout the Dragon Ball verse. But Goku must be able to lock on to the key signature he is familiar with for this technique to work. The technique itself is instantaneous, but Goku is required to concentrate before the technique. When Goku fought Dispo, it was stated that Dispo's pure speed is beyond instant transmission within the manga. So there are physical movements and speeds and techniques faster than instant transmission. That's what many amateur power scalers and many Goku tards who talk about immeasurable speed have no clue what they're talking about. Ichigo utilizes Shunpo, which allows for the user to move faster than the eye can follow. Once anything or anyone begins moving faster than the eye can see, then they are moving past the speed of sound and breaking into the light barrier. They're faster than light. A lot of amateur scalers and Goku tards will deny this to lower or lowball the Bleach verse. But you have to understand, sadly, many Goku tards are in denial. The lowest level Shunpo users within the Bleach verse are faster than light. The fastest and highest level users, such as Yorichi and Byakuya, are beyond faster than light. So if the Bleach characters are faster than light, I know you're asking to yourself, why aren't they transversing their verse similar to Goku and at a faster rate, as they do not have to concentrate before their techniques? There are two reasons for this. One, that instant transmission technique is not a move that draws on the user's physical capabilities, as it homes on the familiar key signature and transport that person to that key signature. Goku is not transversing his universe or cosmology using his own physical capabilities like the Shinigami or Ichigo within Bleach. Number two, due to gargantua surrounding the universal sized worlds such as Hell, Hueco Mundo, and the Soul Society, for Ichigo to travel within his verse, it will be millions of miles more because he's using his own physical capabilities, and because Gargantua surrounds the human world, Hueco Mundo, and the Soul Society. All three of these worlds are universal in size, which means Gargantua is beyond universal. And the fact that Gargantua is in between these worlds, it makes for travel outside of these universes or worlds. It will require tremendous amounts of physical capabilities, and it may take days or years for a Shinigami to reach the other worlds, especially when you have to transverse Gargantua also, which is much larger than a universe. Due to the fact that Soul Society, Hueco Mundo, and the human world are all universal in size, the distance between the worlds and dimensions of Bleach are much greater than that in the Dragon Ball verse. It is even stated that many of the worlds within the Dragon Ball verse, and many of the Universe 7, and especially considering the worlds within Universe 7, all of those worlds in Universe 7 are close to the observable universe of Universe 7, while the dimensions and worlds of Bleach are farther apart due to them being separated by a different and totally different dimension. In between the worlds of Bleach is the world of Void known as Gargantua. The true size of this world of Void is unknown, but what is known is that Gargantua is 3 times larger than a universe and contains 6 other different worlds. So you have to ask yourself, which verse is larger? Dragon Ball, the multiverse of Dragon Ball, or the superverse of Bleach? While both are very large in their own right, due to the apparent space in between Gargantua, and due to the fact that we're talking about a multiverse, one would assume Gargantua could contain all 12 of the multiversal universes within the Dragon Ball verse. The Dragon Ball multiverse, even if you choose to lowball the Bleach superverse, as many Goku lovers love to do, you still have to understand that the Bleach verse is well larger than a universe, and there is canonized information that back this claim. So tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button.